Hey everyone, Greg from My Mortgage. Wanted to just give some quick information about getting lending for a home loan when you're self-employed. And we get a lot of questions about this. We get a lot of frustrated people when it comes to getting lending for when you're self-employed or when you own a business. So just a few quick things to consider. So the first one is the bank needs to be able to see income. And they look at that in a few different ways. So obviously business financials, if you've got an accountant who does that for you, that's the best way to show income. And the bank will be looking at your net profit and your shareholders' salary that comes out of that. So just be aware, the bank can only lend on money that you essentially pay tax on. And there's always this flip side about being as tax efficient as possible, but also having enough income to be able to get the lending that you require. So it's just that's a conversation to have with your accountant and early in the process to make sure that they're on the same page and making sure that we've got the right amount of income needed to be able to do what we want to do. The second thing is we need to see that over a decent period of time. So potentially 1 year you've made a really good profit, and then the next year has been a little bit lower, and then the third year maybe it's been higher again. Or maybe you're new in business, or you've bought a business that was already existing, things like that. The banks want to see normally 18 months worth of consistent income. And also, some of the banks have different policies around if you've had a big year and then a smaller year and a big year. Some of the banks will average it out. Some of them will take the lower of those 2 years. Some of them will take your last 12 months, if we can have some chat from your accountant about that as well. So that's just something to take into account. Also, it might be that your bank that you do your business banking with might not be the best bank for you when it comes to doing your home loan. So just because they do your business banking doesn't mean that they will automatically give you the home loan. And we're also seeing that historically business owners or self-employed people have been able to have a business manager at the bank. The banks are starting to increase the limit that you get a business manager. It used to be, if you had turnover of 250,000, then you'd be getting a dedicated person. And some banks, that's now up well over $1 million, and I heard recently over $5 million for one bank as well. So that's where we can help. We can become your kind of personal banker who has all of the bank options available for you. If you're looking to do commercial lending or business loans, things like that, then the banks deal with those directly. But if it's anything to do with home lending, then we can help out there. Really important to have good conversations with your accountant really early on in the piece so that they can make sure that they're getting things structured in the way that's going to help us the most to be able to get the lending that you need to do what you want. So if you've got any questions about being self-employed and the lending associated, maybe you're a contractor as well, things like that, there's different implications there as well. So feel free to touch base and happy to help out.